having said that, let's come a bit to the state of the nation. 26.5 million Nigerians battling with hunger, so says the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Society, IFRC, and the Nigerian Red Cross Society, NRSC. All right, they are calling for urgent attention and action by the government to address the hunger crisis in Nigeria. The report was released on Monday, February the 19th, 2024, and it sheds light on the growing issue of hunger and food insecurity in Nigeria. The report also revealed that an alarming 26.5 million Nigerians are currently facing hunger and food insecurity. And according to them, the food insecurity in Nigeria is due to a combination of factors, including conflict, climate change, and economic instability. All right, so they are also urging the international community to provide support and resources to help those affected by the crisis. All right, so this is not new on us, especially if you're a Nigerian. You know what's been going on Monday this week. Protests broke out in some parts of Ibadan, Oyo State, and that has been followed by, a spate of protests here and there also. All right, according to my report, there was protest in Ota, Ogun State also, regarding economic hardship being faced by Nigerians currently. All right, let's set the tone for the conversation by going to see the protests in Ota, what it looks like. We'll be right back.
Blood pressure, low blood pressure. Come by the
All right, Mr. Adegbenro, similar protests in Ibadan too, all right? And also in the north, I hear even the northerners complaining and saying people are now resorting to eating grass because they can no longer afford to buy food.
It is very, very sad. From Kano State, and from there, some states are also taking it up. The one in Ota is not surprised because that Adudu Ota local government is one of when we're talking about a local government that filled with industrial estates. In fact, it's the industrial hub of Ogun State. But in terms of poverty, that local government shares highest number, and that is what you can see. And one thing again is, I think it's a high time that government should listen to what the voices of these people are saying. This one is not an issue of party, because hunger does not know party. Hunger does not know religion. Hunger does not know ethnical background. It eats you the way it's going to eat Hausa. It eats you the way it's going to eat Igbo. It's good if you are Kanuri, if you are Nupe, if you are Yoruba, if you are Ibira, if you like, it be anywhere you come from. Hunger does not even look at you, and that is the area that the government needs to come into being now, because Yoruba used to say, what can humble people most? That when you solve that particular problem, you solve the half of the problem of people. If you are in abject poverty and you see somebody that want to solve the problem of hunger, no, your general problem, half of it has been solved. So at this particular time now, government needs to do a lot of things. But how they want to do it, I don't know. If federal government want to do something for this food crisis, it's going to come through the state governors. These state governors that cannot share palliative, you see this governor that some grains were sent to them last year that they could not share it. I don't know how they want to share it. If it is through the same governors that we have, that nothing has been coming from them, and they will send it through the local government. No, that local. So we want to see that, okay, let's assume 5 billion bag of rice is available. They want to share it to all Nigerians. How are they going to share it? Is it through these governors or through we don't have a channel? And that's one of the things that Tinubu-led government should be thinking. How can I create a channel where if I want to send anything to the masses,
it gets to them?
It gets to them.
Okay.
Because that is one of the big headache that this government is facing though. It's not all these ones. Those ones are kalo.
All right, so from your summation so far, all right, the government should actually give attention to this issue of hunger in the land. But then people are saying on social media, the figure released by the Red Cross, 26.5 million, is quite conservative. Do you think much more Nigerians are actually in this dilemma right now?
You won't be able to blame Red Cross. You know the reason? We don't have actual population census. Even Nigerian government did not even have statistics. The other this was 250 million. We are just how would I put it? We are just guessing. We don't know. We don't know. Is it not the same census that they will tell you that in Nigeria female are more than male? Is it not in this country? And they will tell you look at the way they share revenue. You see one local government let me give you an example of let me give an example of Ikeja local government. From the federal allocation, Ikeja local government is collecting much more than Ifelodun local government in Kwara State. And Ifelodun local government has over 580 communities. More than Ikeja. By the time you put you understand now, and that is how we share it. The way from the beginning, when the creation of state, creation of local government, we have mumbled a lot of things. We've cheated ourselves. Go and see Obafemi Owode. Obafemi Owode, you can remove Ikeja, Onigongo. You can even add Agege to join. Only Obafemi Owode. Go and see the revenue is collecting and come and check the one of Onigongo. So generally we have mumbled that. So in that one you can't blame them because they just speak on any statistic. Because if you want to know the number of people that are in hunger as we speak, I can say that over 60%. Because what is of hunger to one person is not of hunger to another person. But there are some places where we meet all together. Look at the issue of rice. Rice does not know poor people and whatever. The only thing is that rich people have the ability to buy. Poor people do not have ability to buy. But we all share the same market. Go and see grains, go and see bread. Although the kind of bread that we even eat, the rich people did not even eat that kind of. But in terms of rice, in terms of beans, it's kind of gari. They will not go and import the gari from heaven now. It's still the same gari that made from cassava. All right. So, but one thing that is there is this. Nigerian government should not look it from this angle of these numbers. Over 60% of Nigerians are hungry, and it's only two types of people that are not hungry. Only two types of people. One, the politicians. Yes, now they are the only one. Two. Otondo sabi or Otondo no sabi, he must pass. Then the second one, the member of NURTW. Because the money will come and it's a free money. All
right, Mr. Adegbenro, now stakeholders in this administration have actually come out to say that the food insecurity being experienced by Nigerians is actually sponsored by the opposition. And to buttress that fact, some videos online have also called the attention of Nigerians to the fact that this issue of food crisis is not a Nigerian problem. It's a global issue. Other parts of the world, in fact, other parts of the world that we look up to are also battling food insecurity at the moment. All right, to buttress what I'm saying, a video by Isaac Fayose former Ondo State Governor's younger brother, making the rounds online, details him talking about living in Nigeria is still far better than living abroad at the moment when it comes to the issue of food. Let's take a listen.
Hard in Nigeria, and you see people abroad too, then they put mouth and they abuse our leaders for Africa. See, they know they try for that place. Nigeria is still cheaper than UK, America, Australia, Canada. We are still cheaper. I'm just coming now. I went to eat Indomie. 2,000 Indomie and egg, boiled egg. See my stomach. 2,000 naira, that's 1 pound. Can you eat with Indomie and egg with 1 pound in your country? We are still cheaper. We have problems, yes, but we get over it. Now our money spoil, our life no spoil. No, we still living good. And when I was going to eat, I took Uber. My Uber charged me 1,200 naira, about 60 pence. Can you take any Uber in London for 50 pence? You will pay £5. Even in America, you pay $10. Pray for us. Things are difficult, things are hard in Nigeria. Look at the people queue for free food in London now. This is queue for free food in London. See? Free food. People are queuing for it. In London.
Thanks for staying with us. All right, so going by that video, do you think Nigerians were overreacting, to this issue of food crisis, seeing that other parts, according to Isaac Fayoshe, other parts of the world, are also battling, with this issue with food?
When you want to mention the source of that information, I wonder who you are going to mention. Isaac Fayoshe. You are talking about somebody that is a younger brother of your Daily Fayoshe, former Ekiti State Governor. During his brother's tenure, did he work? Did he have a work? Did he have a work? I can tell it with my both chest. The situation that I find myself in now, I work for it. I school for it and I work for it. Did he work? Did he have work? By the time you see that dollars, pounds, naira find a way into the wrong hand, by the virtue of your brother or former governor, that is what you are going to see. If you have never worked for money, you will know the value of. He's talking about people are queuing in other countries for free food. Is that one the queue that you saw there? How many people were there? You said queue. Come and share ordinary gari in Isale Ojagege, or you come to Alimosho, stand at Jimo bus stop and say you are sharing bread. Did you see the video of what some people sharing bread in Kwara State? Did you see how people are? That is to tell you, he didn't know what he's saying. He didn't know what he's saying. Look at it. I took whatever to go and eat. Just look at him. He didn't know what he's saying. He doesn't have the knowledge of economics. If you know the knowledge of economics, then you won't be saying what he's saying. You are using to say dollar and naira. And the same guy should tell us how much does he have in dollars account and naira account. Look, with the current situation now, the world may have its own general problem, but our own is a peculiar one. You know the reason? As big as Saudi Arabia is, you know that Saudi Arabia they import almost 98% of everything they eat. Is that scarcity in Saudi Arabia? No. We have natural resources for gari, the one to produce gari. We have the one for beans. We have the one for rice. If you are going to Benue, already going through Otukpo to Otupa, come and see people's farm. We have the natural resources that God has endowed on us, yet we are still clamoring to eat. Our own is peculiar, because in other country, okay, if some people are saying he's everywhere, he's in another country, or some people will say it's only God that can fix our problem. Please, which God fixed Japan and Saudi Arabia? Tell me that God. Look, we are in problem. We are in problem. Somebody will say he's everywhere. Let us exchange ourselves. Look, if you have enough money and something is expensive, you have money to buy it. It's better than being in a place where it is cheapest and you don't have money to buy it. One of the economic problem we have is that what to buy is not the problem.
Well, the purchasing power.
The purchasing power. And if you want in economics, cost is always very, very important. So by the time you remove the purchasing power, if no matter how cheaper that particular goods and you don't have the means to buy it, it's useless. And one of the things that in Nigeria is this: there's money in Nigeria. We have natural resources. But the problem there is that we don't have a good manager that can manage the resources along with the people. And another thing, there is scarcity of that cost that's supposed to be rotating, because money is supposed to be rotating. You will see a big man that has built a house. He has a maid. He has gate man. He has those people working for him. He pays them. They take care of their family. Their family also buys something supposed to be rotating. A situation in which the money is not rotating, that is what it is. In Nigeria, some 10% of the total population are enjoying. They don't even know. They don't want to care about power supply because it doesn't affect them. But 90% are the one that the money is supposed to be rotating to is not rotating to them. I must confess, what Isaac is saying, he's just saying it. You know, now anybody that has a phone that can go on Facebook or on social media that can earn it to themselves has turned themselves into a source. This is not just a source, it's an embarrassment to this particular country, because if you know what people are facing now, look, we want to share food now. Some food that with some friends, we want to be sharing some rice before Ramadan, and we are picking the community we want to face within Oyo, Osun, and Kwara State. Do you know that by the time we highlighted all those areas, some people will still come within the group saying, these places you pick, they are even not the worst. That there are some people, they will still bring another point where these places are even the worst, to let you know that if you know what is going on in poor area, the north, they are the places where we get food, Abi. How come they are also protesting? What it means is this: how many of them can go to farm? Insecurity has stopped them from going to farm. 2, the little ones they have to move it, because they have to move it away from that in position of money, to move it alone. Transportation, when you have a driver that is buying fuel at 1,000 naira per liter in some part of the country, in this the same country, 1,000 naira per liter. So, and that one is going to charge on that. If you take it here, the one that will spoil, the one that will get here, and all these thugs at the road too, collecting money for different local government, different states, at different places, they will disturb them. Before they get to the market,
they factor all of that.
So, they have to factor all those ones. And who are the people that are going to buy? You see people that did not... Have you have anybody selling cars now? I know somebody. He has to auction all his cars. I'm telling him to go and be producing block. Because he said nobody is coming to buy, and I've invested a lot. Nigerians are suffering. It is a pure fact, and that is the reason why all the tiers of government, president, governors, and the local government chairman, they must know that Nigerians are suffering, and they need to do something quickly, so that it's not going to get to the time where we are going to see the causes of people. Yoruba used to say, "Bi oke npa igun dojo ale." Now, people are dying of hunger. I think I've witnessed like 3 in the last 2 weeks now. Yes, that they died of hunger. So we don't want that thing to continue. They need to do something.
Thank you, Mr. Adegben. We're talking about hunger in the land. There are videos online detailing how people are struggling, not even to make ends meet anymore, but at least to just put something in their tummy. All right.